Hey everybody. A few months ago I uploaded a video featuring all three of my Ithaca 37 shotguns. I decided to give all three of those Model 37s their own separate video. And I kind of wanted to go over some of the features and the specs on these guns and some upgrades I did to them and some possible future projects that I have in the works. This shotgun right here, this is my very first Model 37 that I bought for $200. It came with this 30-inch upland game barrel with a fixed modified choke and just a simple brass bead sight. I was originally going to cut this down to 20 inches and possibly install some fiber optic rifle sights on it. I decided to scrap that little project because I was able to come across an original Deerslayer barrel with the front ray bar sight. I believe that's called ray bar, and you can see the rear rifle sight that's adjustable, and it does have the cutouts if you want to install the scope rails and put a scope on here. I have no interest in doing that, but I paid $350 for this barrel. The reason it cost so much is because it was listed as new old stock. So before I got a hold of this barrel, it had no rounds fired through it. So new old stock, and I paid $350 for it, so more than the actual gun. The person I bought this from had about a half a dozen of them in stock, and he bought them from a retired gunsmith, a gunsmith that he was in business for like 60 years and he recently shut his doors down. So I'm extremely happy with this barrel. It's in perfect condition. I'm gonna show off the wood on the rear stock. You see the discoloration? I'm thinking that was intentional because the gun shop where I bought this 37 from, he also had some really old like double barrels, like over-unders, side-by-sides. And I noticed on a lot of those old double barrels, the rear portion of the stock was always a few shades either darker or lighter than the rest of the stock on the gun. So this was intentional. When I bought it, it didn't have the sling studs, so I drilled and tapped the just drilled the receiver and added the not the receiver, the stock. I drilled the stock and added the rear sling stud and the front sling stud. These were $10 each. I bought them off of Ithaca's the Ithaca Gun Site official website. Ithaca Gun Company's official website. Sorry, I can't talk today. But those are $10 each, and it's all original except for the magazine tube spring. I had to replace that. This is the original magazine tube spring. It's covered in rust. So that was like a $7 part. So $200 for the gun, $350 for the barrel, $10 for the rear sling stud, and another $10 for the front sling stud, and $7 for the tube spring. This is the original magazine tube plug for if you want to go upland game hunting. When I bought this gun, as soon as I bought it, I took it home and I did some research on did a little bit of research on the serial numbers. This gun was made in 1941, so it's fairly old, but it's all original. And I couldn't be happier with it. It performs flawlessly. What else did I want to say about it? It does have the, which I absolutely love, the ring-tailed forend. Some people call this the corncob forend, but it's, if you go on Ithaca Gun Site's official website, it's known as the ringtail forend, and It's amazing. I love this style. The receiver, as you can see, it has the classic game scene on it. It has the bird dog and the pheasants up in the corner. And then on the other side it has the 3 ducks in a marsh. This does, I'm not going to dry fire it, but this does have the slam fire feature. So if you just hold the trigger back and keep working the forend, it'll continue to fire. But I don't have any snap caps with me right now, and I'm not going to take this outside and shoot it in my yard. I might scare the crap out of my neighbors. But trust me, it has the slam fire feature. So happy with this shotgun. But totally happy with the shotgun. I mean, I shoot it all the time. It is only, now both these barrels are, you're probably not going to be able to see this, but they're only chambered for 2 3/4 inch shells. And you can see am I in frame? You can see it's forged. This is an original barrel, like I said, I don't know how many times already, but Ithaca, New York, made in Ithaca, New York. Does have the single action bar. Very, very smooth action. Amazing, amazing shotguns. My absolute favorite shotgun design. Well, pump action shotgun design. The Ithaca 37. Great shotguns.